In this video, I'm going to teach you my strategy to ensure your phone professional has meaningful and engaging conversations with your customers. It's all about respect. I call this my 6-step process to get to the top of the respect ladder. Here are the 6 steps we're going to cover. 1 is tone. 2, clear and concise word track. 3, listening skills. 4, mirroring. 5, being memorable. And 6, tenacity. Let's start with tone. Why is tone important? Well, regardless of the content of what we say, it's our tone that communicates what we're feeling. The wrong tone can spoil the message. If you don't have the right tone, getting through the next 5 steps will be almost impossible. A monotone or flat voice can say to the customer, "I'm bored. I have no interest in what we're talking about." Slow speed and a low voice communicates depression, while an abrupt speed and a loud voice seems angry or rushed. But a natural, higher pitch with an emphatic voice says, "I'm excited about what I'm talking about." And research confirms that in the time it takes to say hello, that's in less than 1 second, we make a snap judgment about someone's personality. On hearing just their brief utterance, we decide whether to listen to the person or whether we're going to avoid them. In fact, your customers know within seconds whether they're talking to an individual who's excited about their position and product or someone who's just gone through the motions. And if you don't believe me, check for yourself. Go ahead, pick up the phone and call a loved one right now. You will immediately know the type of mood they're in simply by the way they say hello. So did you know that body language also affects tone? You may be wondering how body language can be important when you can't even see someone on the phone. Let me explain. Facial expressions affect your voice, and your voice transfers key parts of the message to help the receiver understand what's being communicated. So when someone is speaking on the telephone, their body language will still reflect their mood and feelings. It happens unconsciously. Did you know that you really can hear a smile? There's actual science behind this. Smiling affects how we speak to the point that listeners can actually tell the difference. And here's a great trick. Have each of your phone professionals keep a mirror at their desk. When we look at ourselves in the mirror, it reminds us to perk up. Also, be sure your phone professional has a headset. Not needing to physically hold a phone like this allows us to keep our head straight. And it also allows us to use our arms freely, which affects tone as well. And let's move on to number 2, clear and concise word track. Knowing and owning your script and your word track is crucial because if you stumble and fumble your way through the call, you come across as unprepared and a time waster. And you need to ask yourself, would you do business with you? Take the time to learn the scripts provided in the other videos and own them. And here's number 3, be a good listener. Listen, and listen some more. The person in control is not the one doing all the talking, but rather the one asking meaningful questions and listening to the answers. Your prospect will feel respected and you will gain their trust. And wouldn't we all be more likely to do business with someone we trust? Of course we would. Getting us to number 4. Mirror the person on the other end of the line. As you listen, you'll be able to reflect the same tempo and patterns of the person you're talking with. Do they sound rushed or relaxed? Are they older or younger? Paying attention to the person on the other end of the line is so crucial because it's going to help guide you as to whether you should speed up, slow down, explain in detail, or give quick facts. Remember, the goal here is to build rapport. And number 5, be memorable. Have fun. Be the most positive person the client speaks with today. After they hang up the phone, ask yourself, will they say wow, what a great representation of that dealership? Simply remember to be memorable. A great last impression is just as important as a great first impression. And finally, on to number 6. Be tenacious. Did you know that 44% of people give up after 1 no, and 22% more give up after 2 no's, and another 14% give up after 3 no's, and an additional 12% more give up after 4 no's? So this tells us that 92% of people give up after 4 no's. That leaves only 8% of people who asked for a 5th time. And now factor in this math. 80% of prospects will say no 4 times before they say yes. It doesn't take a calculator to figure out that 8% of people who are tenacious are going to be getting 80% of the yeses. And the great news is this: now that you understand these 6 steps, you can teach your phone pros and they can stack the odds in their favor.